Hey there, this is Amelia here. Welcome to Amelia's crossdressing story. Today we are going to share a story called Trip to Paris Part 25. By Teddy. For more interesting and exclusive stories, please subscribe to my channel and support me at Patreon. Jamie turned and looked at Ronnie with a look of panic. And Ronnie said, "It's all right, love. I thought it was time that Beth knew, and we had a nice talk about you and Jason. And I think Beth understands." Looking at Jamie, Beth said, "I don't really understand. But this answers a number of questions. I don't need another bridesmaid, and I think Peter was going to ask Jason to be a groomsman. Will he be able to do it? And be Jason, not this Jamie person?" "Yes," Jamie said with a nasty look toward her sister. "I hope so, little brother. But I want to know more. Ronnie told me a little. But I bet there's more. A lot more." This was starting to get a little ugly. Jamie and Beth were almost glaring at each other. Finally their mother said, "All right, you two. Enough. Beth, don't be pushy. She'll tell you when she's ready." "It's all right, Mom," Jamie said. "She deserves an explanation." "Mom. It's not she. It's Jason looking like a girl," Beth said. Beth, Ronnie, trying to defuse the situation, said, "Why don't you come over to the apartment and we'll talk?" "I guess." When they left the restaurant, Ronnie and Jason were driving together and Beth drove her own car. And, on the way to the apartment, Jamie said, "This isn't going to be good. I think Beth is going to have a real problem." "Why did you tell her?" "She kept looking at you in a way that said, 'I know you from somewhere, but from where?' And, when we went to the restroom, she said that she thought that she knew you. I told her you were in our wedding. But, she said, she knew you from someplace else. So, I broke down and told her a little about you. When we get to the apartment, just relax and don't get into an argument with her about anything. She might just be reacting to you taking some of the excitement from her engagement." "But, I didn't." "I know. But, she may not see it that way. Besides, it was probably a shock to her, seeing her brother looking like a girl. This isn't going to be good. Honey. If she can't accept this part of you, it's her loss. And, remember, I love you, and your mother and little sister love you." Jamie sat in silence for the rest of the drive home. As the three walked into the apartment, it was in silence, and Ronnie could feel the tension. They went into the kitchen, Jamie and Beth sat at the table, and Ronnie fixed tea for everyone. Finally, Beth said, "All right, little brother. Why do you look like this? Why do you look more like a girl than I do?" "Because it's part of me. Because I have a feminine side, and I'm not afraid to show it." "So, you're a freak." "Freak? I'm not a freak." "Beth," Ronnie said, "Jason is no freak. There are a lot of crossdressers, probably better than 2% of the male population. He just happens to be one of them. And, I suppose that you accept this?" "You'd better believe it. I love Jason with all my heart. And, Jamie is a part of him. So, I love her too. This makes him no less for a person. In fact, I feel it makes him a better person." "Figures." "What do you mean, figures?" "Everyone in high school knew the girls' soccer team was a bunch of LS. Especially you and that Amy girl." "What? You're nuts." "There may have been one or two, but not the whole team." "What about you and Amy? What's that got to do with Jason? It's obvious that you prefer him as a girl." "No, I do not. Having Jamie around is fun. But, Jason is who I really love and care for. If Jamie wasn't part of him, I'd love him just as much. What is your problem? It's just not right. A guy dressing in girls' clothes. And then looking so much like a girl that you can't see anything male. Have you looked at some of the things that you wear? Some of the things that other girls wear? Like what? I've seen you in boys' jeans and shirts. Women wearing pantsuits. Isn't that crossdressing? No. Why not? It just isn't. Are there two standards or something? No. But girls have always worn boys' stuff. No, they haven't. And there are girls that are crossdressers and look like guys. Just not as many as guys doing it. No way. Way. We've met a couple of them. So, what's your problem? Don't you love Jason anymore? Yes, I love him. But, not looking like that. With tears in her eyes, Jamie got up and almost ran out of the kitchen. Now you've done it. Her psychologist told me that she's very fragile. And you've really hurt her. You'd better leave. I've got to go help her. It's not her. He's not a girl. Just leave. Beth got up and left. Ronnie went to find Jamie, who she found in their bedroom, laying on the bed and crying her eyes out. Ronnie sat down next to her and just put her hand on her back. Jamie just continued to cry. Ronnie said very quietly, "I'm sorry I told her. I never expected her to react the way she did. Everything will be all right. She's gone." Jamie just continued to cry. Ronnie got up, went to the bathroom, and came back with a cold cloth. She wiped Jamie's face with it, and it seemed to help settle her down a bit. The hard crying became sobs. Ronnie crawled onto the bed next to Jamie, held her, and whispered, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know she would attack you like that." Between sobs, Jamie said, "I know. She was terrible. She's never been like this before. Honey. It'll be fine." "No, it won't. She hates me, and you. And she's my sister. I thought she'd understand. Maybe a little. So did I. I'm so sorry that I told you that she'd understand. Just lay here and try to relax. I need to make a phone call." "I'll try." "Who are you calling?" "That's not important right now. You just try to relax. And I'll be right back." Ronnie got off the bed and went to the kitchen to use the phone. She called Jamie's mom and had a long talk with her about what had happened with Beth. Mrs. Blackwell was upset and not at all happy with some of the things her daughter had said. When Ronnie came back to the bedroom, Jamie was asleep and still dressed, including the corset. Ronnie had to get Jamie out of her clothes, including the corset, but first she changed. She then carefully woke Jamie up by saying, "Honey. Honey. We have to get you out of your clothes." Jamie woke up just enough to let Ronnie help undress her. Then she was right back to sleep. Ronnie gave her a kiss and whispered, "Sleep tight, sweetheart. Everything will be better in the morning." Ronnie then went to the kitchen, made a fresh cup of tea, and sat thinking about Beth. And trying to figure out why she had reacted the way she had. The phone rang, and it was late. Ronnie checked the caller ID, and the call was from Mark and Sarah under Mtfstories. "Hello." "Hi, Mark." "No. Not good at all. I couldn't believe Beth. She really attacked both of us. Jamie, she's asleep." "Well." And Ronnie went on to tell Mark what happened. When Ronnie was finished, she listened to Mark for a little while and then said, "Let's do what you think is best for her. She probably won't be up before noon. So, if you come over about 1, that should be good." "Sure, Sarah's more than welcome." "Thanks. Love you guys too. See you tomorrow." Ronnie carefully crawled into bed, trying not to disturb Jamie. And just cuddled up with her. Jamie didn't stir. Late Sunday morning, Ronnie awoke. Still, cuddled with Jamie. Normally this brought a smile to her, but now she was very concerned about Jamie. She carefully got out of bed, slipped on a robe, and went to the kitchen. She sat there by herself until about 12:30, and Jamie hadn't gotten up. She quietly walked back into the bedroom, checked to be sure Jamie was all right, and grabbed some clothes. Right at 1 o'clock, she heard a car pull up. She went to the door and greeted Mark and Sarah. Mark asked, "How's Jamie?" "Still sleeping," Ronnie said. "How long?" "Almost 12 hours. Why don't you go wake her up?" Ronnie went back to the bedroom and Jamie was gone. She checked the bathroom, the door was locked. She knocked and said, "Jamie?" "No," was the answer from behind the door. "Jason. Honey. Are you all right?" "Not really. Mark and Sarah are here." "Why?" "Just because." "All right. Give me a little while. I want to take a shower." "Okay, love. Take your time." Ronnie went back to the living room and said, "He's up and back to being Jason." "Is he all right?" Mark asked. "I think. He's taking a shower. Let's go into the kitchen and I'll make some coffee." It was about 20 minutes before Jason walked into the kitchen. He just sat at the table and Ronnie asked, "Can I get you something?" "Just some coffee." "Jason," Mark said, "do you want to talk?" "I don't know. It's just that what Beth said hurt so much." "I'm not a freak. I'm just me." "She hurt you very much, didn't she?" "Yes. Right now I wish Jamie didn't exist. But, you know she does. And, we know she does. And, we all love you and her very much." "I know. But, having someone that's a member of your family, and that you love very much, call you a freak, just tears at your heart. The only thing that would be worse is if Ronnie would tell me that." That's all for now. See you in the next video. For more interesting stories, please subscribe to our channel, and for exclusive content, please join us on Patreon. Link in the comment.